Hello guys, I've got a very special video for you guys today. It is currently the 1st of August and that means that Riftbound is just been released in China. So I'm currently in China and my wife and I went along to one of the local game stores in order to open up a couple of boxes just for you guys. So this will be the first kind of stuff that's, the first day that it's going to be released anywhere in the world. So if you guys have been looking out for some content and seeing kind of what the pull rates and what the cards are going to look like in person, then this is the great place for you to look at. So just going to be starting off with my wife opening a couple of cards here. You can see my hands on the side and I'm just talking to a couple of our other friends, just talking about like some of the combos you can do. We're just going to be keeping a lot of the foils on the screen, and then if there's anything that's particularly shiny or rare, we're probably just going to be putting it in a sleeve and keeping it in front of you guys. So this is going to be the first box, and as we can see here, we're going to be having one of the SR's Misfortune, and we're going to be having a couple of the small alt arts as they go along. So that one that we just saw, there are going to be the foils of the stages. Like, it's kind of the same as Pokemon, where you'll get some reverse holos throughout the packs and you can get these slight rarity bumps for your deck as you go. Now we're going to be seeing the Showstopper, which is the signature set event. Really cool one and really nice to see that card. Honestly, just looks amazing. We're going to be getting onto the next packs and just opening up more as we go. So what I've noticed about these boxes is that each box tends to have about 2 or 3 of the alt arts or like rarity bump kind of cards. Now these can include the runes, they can include all of the signature champions, and they can also include the legends. So they a lot of things that you can start pulling out of these boxes. So these ones RRP for about 300 yuan, which is about maybe 45 USD, somewhere around that area, just to get a bit of a understanding of how these work. So if you know anything about the Asian boxes for card games, they're normally much cheaper, but they also come in the half size. So each box here is going to be coming with 12 of the packs. But even from 12 packs, we can see that we're going to be getting a lot of hits. So you can see all of the commons at the front, and it's been a little bit spoiled, but we're going to be getting the nice, I believe it's called the Calm Room at the back. So this was a really nice pack right here. The runes, honestly, they just look absolutely amazing. They've got to go in a sleeve straight away, so you can see me picking that up on the side. What I will say is that these leaders, honestly, we thought that they were all AA, like the first time that we were opening them, just because they're so nice and shiny. And I think this is one thing that they do a lot better than what a lot of the other card games do. So just being able to have something nice and shiny for your leader, no matter if you're running AA or not, is really nice. Going to be getting a seal, and honestly, the seals, they look fantastic and they are pretty hard to pull. I think I only pulled a single seal of order in a single, like in 5 boxes or something like that. So they're going to be real chasers. Like a lot of decks, they're going to need a couple of those cards. So it's going to be quite hard to get a couple. So now we can see, I believe this is the AA Volibear, but honestly, this card just looks fantastic. The AA Misfortune right there as well just looks amazing. I know that one for sure is the AA because we've been pulling a lot of the SRs as we've been going along. But as you can see, even with a couple of packs here, we're pulling some really nice stuff. I believe we're pulling a lot of, just a close up there of the Misfortune. Lovely texturing on that card. Such a lovely looking card, and I think they've done some really cool things with how a lot of these cards look. So as you can see, we're getting a couple of the multiples here. We're even getting the tokens at the back, which double up as buffs. So the tokens, they have a token on one side and a buff on the other side. So they're giving players a lot of ways to kind of signal what they're trying to do throughout the games. And these recruits are actually going to be in the in the structure decks as well, so we'll be getting onto those in a later video. So these are the hits that are coming from the singular box, and honestly, like the rune for me is just like the best thing overall that we just saw. Now going through mine, I'm going to be opening some now, and we start off with a really nice Jinx card and the Phoenix, which I think this is the only one that we pulled today. So I believe the Jinx is an AA, so starting off really nice and strong. Love to see it here. And yeah, I just wanted to say as well that the packs have been pre-cut with scissors by my wife, so she's just been making it a lot easier for me to open everything up. And yeah, got some good pulls going on here. So I've been able to make most of my decks so far with these couple of boxes. And we've got the Calm rune. I believe this is the Calm rune, or I could be wrong, but let's just call it blue. Calm is probably not correct, but we'll see. We'll see later on. I think Calm might be green from memory. But yeah, got a really nice one. I think it's roughly one per box, maybe a little bit less, but honestly, those cards, they look really, really nice. And I'll probably be going for play sets of most of the runes, especially in English. So that's going to be a big dent to the wallet overall. So here we can see, now this is an interesting one. This card right here, it has lovely looking foiling, but it's not an AA or anything. I can't remember what the name of the card is off the top of my head, but the foiling pattern on the edge is great. And of course we got our first Teemo from that one, another leader. So a little bit of a spoiler back there, but there might be something a little bit shiny back there for you guys to look at. Going through, got some Victor cards right here, and then we're going to be having the Volley Bear. Now this card has insane texturing, like you can see it from the camera itself, and this card is just absolutely beautiful. It's not even the signature version, which there are far less fewer of. This is just the base alternate rarity, and honestly the card, it just looks so nice. You can see it in the camera right there, looking really cool. And yeah, really happy with that pull right there. Now onwards and upwards, we're going to be pulling more stuff. Now you will be able to make a couple of decks with just trial decks and a couple of extra boosters on the side. You'll even get the reverse holos to like rarity bump your decks a little bit. So if you guys are max rarity fiends, then there's a lot in there for this game for you. Now going on, just going to be keeping on opening packs. We'll see what we can keep on pulling. See a little bit of shine there at the back. Now just enjoying the set as we go, just pulling bit by bit. Got a couple of Jinx cards in here, and we do get our first Siphon Power. Now honestly, as a Victor player, this is a big pickup for me. I think I was only able to pull one from all of my 5 boxes, so a little bit of a harder card to kind of pull out of these packs. There was actually an SR that I didn't manage to pull a single copy of for my Victor deck, so we'll see how that goes in the English version. But yeah, a couple of the cards seem to be a little bit harder to get. I did get about 4 of those Kaisers though. That card is awesome, looks really cool. But yeah, we just keep on pulling them. Now going on, just going to be keeping on opening cards. Now the thing for me is that I just want to have as many cards as possible. Even if I can get 6 copies of a card, it'll just mean that I can run multiple different decks with the same colors of cards. You know, like we have a lot of overlap when it comes to like yellow, orange and blue and all this kind of stuff. So I'm pretty happy to have pulled opened 4 or 5 of these boxes on top of my structure decks, just so I'll have enough to kind of like put my cards together, and I won't have to worry too much about proxying anymore. So as we can see here, just a lot more of the commons, and obviously when we're getting a couple of packs into this, it can start to be like, oh, you just want to start looking at the stuff at the end. But obviously for you guys, I just wanted to make sure that there was kind of a good idea of like all of the different cards and what kind of rarities you'll be expecting. And let's just see how that translates over to the English version. Really excited for this to come out in English, and yeah, I'll just be spending way too much money on that set as well. The boxes are much more expensive there, so it'll be a little bit harder to attain, especially with the short prints and stuff, but we'll see how we go with that. And of course, these Poros are just the MVPs of the decks at the moment. Just having something to pull out on the turn 1 is really nice. This Time Warp card looks amazing. Like the foiling on a lot of these cards is just super good, even though they're not really like alternate art cards. Just being able to see the art that's gone into these cards and how much like care that they've done to make sure that these cards are looking nice out of the gates is really cool. So getting a couple of dupes as the sets come along, but just hoping to see if we can get another couple more things. The people at the local game store were really nice, just giving us a couple of trades here and there. We were trying to figure out like who was playing what so we can mix and match. And once again, this Unleash Power and this Kaiser, they just look phenomenal. Like, I'm sure you can see the foiling in the camera, but they've done a really good job on a lot of these cards. And then we've got the reverse foils, which we're going to just be chucking in here or there into our decks, just getting those slight rarity bumps. Everyone at the store is really nice and really welcoming, and I'm just really blessed to be able to be opening these cards here. This is my first Snapvine, and as you guys know, this card is just such a mandatory 3 of in basically any orange deck. So if I can pick up 3 to 6 of these cards sometime over the next couple of weeks, I'll be extremely happy. I will also be playing some of the local events here and playing some like friendlies with some other people. Today the timing was a little bit rough, could only get a couple of hours to open the stuff, but I'll be going back in tomorrow and kind of checking out things, and hopefully I can get some good recordings for you guys there as well. Now I will say the signature cards, unfortunately we haven't pulled one yet, but one person at my store did manage to pull one of the Timos, which is one of the art styles that's only just come out recently. If you guys have seen it, I'll just put it here in the video. And honestly, like, these cards, they just look absolutely fantastic. And one of my friends is a massive Timo player. If I pulled that card for him, I would have just given it straight to him. Just really nice having people who like these cards from the League of Legends universe, and then they can, you know, put them in their decks. They can even collect them. I think the collector's market for this game is going to be absolutely huge for the people who main a lot of these decks. People were going pretty crazy over my Volley Bear, asking me if I was selling it or not, but if I'm being honest, I'll probably look to use it in a trade later on for something else that I want, maybe an alternate art leader for the leader that I will be playing in the future, but we'll see how we go with that. So once again, just going through the cards. So one of the cool things about this is if you get like a couple of boxes between a couple of mates, and you get a couple of trial decks as well, you can really just start to set up a couple of decks between all of you. It's a great game to just play with a couple of mates, open a couple of boxes together, have some fun. Make sure you guys are getting your pre-orders in nice and early. I've heard some things about the pre-orders being a little bit hard to get when it comes to this game, so just keep an eye out for them and make sure that you can join in on the fun alongside me. So here, oh man, we got another rune here. I think this one is called Fury. Got a rune here, and I think this Leona is an alt art or a full art or something like that. Looks pretty brilliant. The Last Breath, I believe it's called, that signature spell also looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, we've got some really nice pulls from these couple of boxes here. Coming to the tail end of it, and I think we've got a couple of pulls from this one, so probably not too much going on, but as you can see, a lot of nice base rarity cards put in. Got a couple of the leaders as well, so if you open like maybe 2 or 3 boxes between a couple of friends, I'm sure you'll all have the leaders that you'll need, which is really nice, even though they are like quite foiled and honestly look rather good. Just got a couple more Victor cards, as we can see here. Pretty much have the makings for like a full Victor deck minus a couple of cards that I had to get through trades. But yeah, honestly, like really cool to see the hit rates and how many alt arts that you can get basically in a box. So this pretty much wraps up my video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and yeah, get keen for the English release, and I will see you next time.